Man, I slept. I think it's 3 o'clock right now. I slept all day. Holy fuck. Yesterday I came home around 6. I ate a little bit, then I went to sleep. I think I woke up around almost 9 o'clock. And then I went back to sleep not too long after, maybe I think around midnight I went to sleep. Right? Um, because yesterday I went to go clean out under the Pizza Delight, but you wanted me to do something else before, so I was cleaning upstairs the tiles. I don't mind doing the job. I had the time, so that's why I did it. And I didn't eat anything all day. I didn't stop for lunch at all. So at 10:30, before the customers came, I stopped cleaning the tiles upstairs and I went back downstairs to clean out under the Pizza Delight. That's why I brought my wheelbarrow, just to help me move around the stuff. Because I have to move the shelving units off the wall and a good bit of the flooring, expose that, and then wash it thoroughly, and then squeegee the water over, right? And then and then put the shelving units back there, and then move back the stuff there onto the shelving units, and then move the other shelving unit. It took time, and I had to wash the sink and unclog it. Holy fuck. By the time I got to the sink, I didn't have anything else, only the brush. The brush had so much chicken fat stuck in it that if you press too hard on whatever you're cleaning, that fat ends up on that fucking thing. Oh, man. But at least I got the sink unclogged, so now the drain works again. And it's, compared to the way it was before, it's very clean right now. So if I were to go back now with like cloths and stuff, I'll be able to get it pretty spotless. So I hope he's happy with the job I did. I did as good as I could. So I ended up selling 4 of the wooden chairs. Thank God the lady wasn't fucking with me. Um, and I'm glad that she was serious about buying it, because when I told her, I took the ad down. And I told her I'll have to go back. And then Serge went and took a vacation for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, So she waited all this time. So, she came by yesterday and she bought 4 of the chairs. And she gave me $5 tip for helping her load it. Man, she didn't have to do that. So I ended up finishing at Serge's place at 4:30. And I was going to go to Rulma Bearing yesterday. I have all the fucking gears. I have the belt in my bike there. Oh, man. I just went straight to Point Rushers. Right? Let me carefully open it. And I bought a whole bunch of chicken and stuff there. So, yeah, I'll show it to you. I bought 4 pack of those chicken. So I put the box there. I think it's 35 minutes I gotta cook them. Oh, shit. What? Did I keep a box? I should have kept a box. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, I ended up sleeping until 3. And the fucking squirrel kept coming. He came twice. The first time he just touched my toes, and then the second time he jumped on my leg. Oh, that little bugger. I don't think any birds are eating these seeds. I don't even think they know that the seeds are there. Oh, there's bird shit there, though. Anyway, we'll see. So I just came outside thinking, oh, it's gonna be fucking cold outside, It's fucking nice, man. Holy fuck, is it nice. Damn. And I woke up and I thought, fuck, I gotta water the tomatoes, and I didn't end up doing it. I fucked the tomatoes. My chest. Ugh. I didn't even stop yesterday to buy the fucking Amazon card for the stainless steel chain. So, but I did manage to do something very good yesterday. So, I don't know. And that one fell over. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Oh, that was just part of this one. Okay, alright. Well, still no frost here. This thing's trucking along. Man, I think I'll keep it. Make my own pizza with homegrown chicken, tomatoes and stuff, and sell them. Why not, man? It's not that I don't want to sell it to Sam. It's just that Sam does not have the same mentality that I do. You know, we both want to do something. It's just that I want to come from a source of purity. You know? And for him, he wants to come from, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he would sacrifice purity, though. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So while I was at Pizza Delight, and I finished washing the tiles upstairs, before I went downstairs, I managed to get some pictures of the dough machine in there. I would have never figured that it would have been set up like that. Never in a million years. I thought this steel plate was like scraping off the roller drum, but it's not. It's just a cover. I don't know why the fuck they would put the cover attached to the... Oh. I wonder if it doesn't reinforce it. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, fucking hell, I don't know. And the way the Teflon is bolted is like that. Very interesting. And the top one obviously is just scraping the dough off of it. So, and that's how they have it running inside there. Oh, that was painted red. It looks like it's tack welded there. It's very clean, huh? See how clean it is? Oh, interesting. Right? The machine is in really great shape. Yeah, and you could see the gearbox right there. I wasn't thinking about it. You know? Look at it. It's in really great shape, you know? There's yeah, and you see how it's rigged up underneath there? It looks like it's in good shape under there. But then I don't see why there would be any crud down there. You know? That's the motor. Right? Oh, those are the chairs. So, what was I going to say? Well, I'm very confident now. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. But I'm very confident now that I can get this back up and running. Serge said the guy might have cost the guy to pay to get this running again, maybe $300-400, but I just don't see it. Because for me to get it up and running again in materials alone is about $300-400 minimum, and that's not including labor. And you gotta figure the guy has to buy a new fucking motor for it, unless Serge uses the one he already has. Right? So, you know, like I said, maybe $1,000. But what I was going to say was, where did I put it? Right there. The gearbox is a Door 5-to-1 gearbox, okay? And I was looking to see the specific oil I would need to replace inside there. And one, I already explained that manufacturer Door doesn't exist anymore. And two, they use AGMA to categorize the oil weight. AGMA 8 is the type of oil that takes, and that they stopped using that in 2002. Okay, so that means that gearbox is over 25 years old. 23, over 23 years old. So that means that this machine is in between 23, is over 23 years old. Holy fuck. Does that look like it's 23 years old? Oh my god. That blew my mind last night. Holy fuck. 23 years old. Look at this thing, man. Well, it's built like a fucking tank. 23 years old. So then how old is this? Because Serge told me that this is obsolete. They don't use that anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's maybe 40 years old. Over 23 years old. My God. Crazy. Crazy. Tell me, can you go and find a truck on the road 23 years old that's in this shape? Can you? Fuck no. Because I damn well know this thing never got the love it deserved. You know? That's why it's in my fucking house. That's why Serge got it. Right? They probably used it and abused it and sold it for cheap. And then Serge picked it up for spare parts. And he got what he needed out of it. And now it's sitting in my fucking house. You know? And look at it. And it's sitting in my house because I see it and I'm thinking, man, you can't throw that in the garbage. Like, that's not garbage, man. If you threw that at anybody's vehicle out there, this would survive 100%. And the occupants of the vehicle would die in a horrible car crash. That's how solid this thing is, you know? I mean, fucking hell, man. I still can't believe this is 23 years old. And also what I was thinking last night, too, was... Why don't I don't know if I should say it here. I mean, the Chinese shamelessly do it. Why don't I do it? Reproduce it. Remanufacture it. That's what I was thinking to do. Copy it. Chinese do it. Why shouldn't I do it? It wouldn't cost me much to go to the tank shop and have them manufacture most of this. I think I'm making a mistake just trying to... because I mean, that's what the Chinese do. You know? And I was thinking too, you know, like, even though the Chinese do all these things and we like to blame the Chinese for this and the Chinese for that, I would not want to live in a world without the Chinese. Because it's not the Chinese that do these things. It's the fact that the people that do these things are running amok out there. Just like here in Caracat. You know? If it wasn't for the welfare and employment insurance, maybe the Acadians would be a little better. Because like I said, these fucking white trash out here is like giving a bum money on the street and watching him run off to the liquor store and buy alcohol with it. That's what these guys are. That's all they are. When they get employment insurance and welfare, that's all they do with it. Because they're all fucking bums. None of them have any substance. Very, 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 very few. It's so insignificant, that number, that it doesn't even make sense to mention it. And that's what gives them the bad name. That's why I would not vote for the Peninsula Acadian. Why the fuck do they deserve a fucking peninsula? It's very arrogant. And it shows that they are not a humble people. You know, they're greedy. You know, that there's a reason why people end up on the streets. Is because they cannot fight their own poor qualities. And as soon as you feed into that poor quality, they give into it. That's what these people are. That's why nobody likes them. And that's why they're so arrogant and greedy to set up this peninsula. Because if they don't, they'll have nothing in the end. Not like they won't have anything at the end. You know, it just shows what they are. Trash. You know, they fly that fucking flag. It's just a flag representing how trash they are. You know? They don't treat other demographics and people with respect. Why the fuck do they deserve a peninsula? I don't have no fucking idea. You know? They should give this land back to the Aboriginals, but they'll never think about that. Because you already gave them money and they're going to go running to get some pussy or get some drugs or get some alcohol. Aboriginals? Nah. They'll be alright. They'll be alright. You know? Fucking white trash. So, I want to break away from that. That's why, you know, because I have Chinese friends too, you know. It's fun to make fun of them with that, but you know, the truth is that just like here in Caracat, you know, the worst of them have run amok, and they're the ones representing their culture, their demographic, their background, you know. And the thing with the Acadians is that nobody is fighting against it. That's why I will never ever side with the Acadians. Nobody is fighting against it. In China, there are people that are fighting against it. A losing battle perhaps, but at least it's there. You know? So, I mean, it is what it is, right? And I want to get back to being a human again. I don't want to be this guy walking around living on other people's stigmas and prejudices and racism. You know, I want to live my life. I want to have my privacy again. You know, I don't want to be these fucking Acadian trashes lapdog or plaything or some fucking thing like that. Motherfucking white trash. In a fucking already corrupted system. Then I can actually apply myself to something like this, something that I want to do, learn, and improve myself and succeed in life. You know, instead of being treated like a fucking dog. Fucking Acadian trash. You know? Fuck, it's beautiful outside, holy shit. Alright, I'm fucking hungry, and I'm sore all over. I didn't eat all day, so... And I only have one ripe tomato. I'm gonna cook my drumsticks, and if I'm feeling better after I eat my drumsticks, I will come here and I will work on my pizza machine that I really should be dismantling and copying. Because if I could dismantle and copy this, I could reproduce it. It will be very expensive to reproduce. The rollers alone are probably, I don't know, maybe $1,000. The rollers alone. And they got the chain, the bearings, the machining. But I think it's worth it. If I could have two, I would just love to have the ability to make another one of these and have it in my home. Because I could sell this. If I sold this for $5,000, it still would not satiate that place in my heart. In my heart, it's telling me, keep this machine and make the pizzas. You'll love it more. You know? You'll have more fulfillment in your life than to sell it for a fickle piece of paper. You know? That changes its value like a woman changes its fucking hair. Or makeup, or shoes, or clothing, you know? As much as I like Sam as my friend, you know, I mean, like most of the time I'm talking to him, it's like he's not even there, you know? He's not even listening, or, you know? And I want to sympathize with him, but I wouldn't run my grocery store like that. I've read about Hannibal Barca. I've read about... You know, I've read about many successful people in history, such as Hannibal Barca. The other ones, I don't know. I don't remember them off my head right now. I'd really have to think. And the parts of my brain that are in serious pain right now. And, you know, Hannibal Barca respected the people around him. You know? And he took calculated risks. You know? And he used his mind. It's like Lennox Lewis. You know, when Lennox Lewis was in a fight, he studied his opponent and he trained himself, you know? He wasn't just brawn and skill. He was also somebody who observed, you know, and learned, you know, and changed and adapted, you know? And that's what made them successful. As opposed to like these white trash out here, as soon as they see you, it's like, oh, you're not white trash like us, you're not gonna be successful. You gotta shave, you gotta be white like us, you gotta speak French like us. You know? For what? I was better than the majority of people out here when I first moved out here, man. And you have to be better than these fucking people out here to survive out here. Because it's like living in a pack of wild dogs. If you don't look out for yourself, then you're fucked. You know? You're like a piece of meat in a pack of wild stray dogs in the road. As soon as they see it, they forget who their mother is. They forget who their best friends are. They forget they have a fucking broken leg, you know, or whatever. They just thinking about putting that piece of meat in their own mouth, in their own belly, and they'll fight to the death. Anything around them, their own firstborn child, they would fight to the death just to put that piece of meat in their own stomach. That's what these people are like out here. Bunch of fucking white trash. And that's why their money is worthless. That's why trading this for their money is worthless. Because they're lying. You know, when they give you that money, tomorrow it's not going to be the same value. They're lying. They want to take something from you. It's like that my fucking neighbor there, you know. He's not a bad guy. You know, and when he was coming, he came to borrow that money from me, you know, and he's talking to me in a you know, and I made the mistake of talking about my personal intentions. So I'm telling him, you know, I was thinking maybe this year I'll just start building a house nearby. And then all of a sudden he comes up with this bright idea. I think, I'm pretty sure I misunderstood him, but I'm pretty sure this is what he meant. This is his bright idea. Okay? He wants me to sell my land over there, the 5 acres, to him for $20,000 so that I could use the money to build a house. You know? That impotent little faggot. What a stupid motherfucker, man. You know, I don't have any animosity to the guy, but at this point, if I know somebody drinks alcohol, no, you don't cross the threshold of my fucking land, man, and talk shit to me like that on it. Fucking sack of shit. That pissed me off, you know. Cause he explained it to me a few times. I didn't really understand what the fuck he was saying. That pissed me off, man. You coming to me and trying to tell me how to make my own fucking decisions? Who the fuck are you? I'm fed up of it, man. Motherfucking white trash. Like I told you, you give an Acadian a little bit of money, you know, bums on the street, they're going to go and drink alcohol and fuck themselves again. Then they're going to end up on the street again begging for more money. Bunch of fucking useless sacks of shit. Piss me off. That's why my land looks like a fucking pigsty. You know, because I don't have a gate blocking me from these retards. If I can have an enclosure here blocking me from these retards so I can go about my business, then you'll see them at the gate rattling it, you know, trying to get in and trying to tell me things, and this way I can ignore them. Then I can organize my stuff knowing that I'll have peace of mind, knowing that nobody will ever come in here and disrupt it. You know? Acadians want to live like extroverts, but the reality is that they're not extroverts, they're trespassers and transgressors. You know, it's nothing about introvert and extrovert. You know, if somebody's keeping to themselves, it's because the opposite party cannot control themselves, meaning that they are transgressors. They're not fucking human beings anymore. Because I would love to live like an extrovert out here, man. I would love to live my life out here, build what I want to build, you know, and have friends over, have people over that I don't know, and show them what I'm doing. I'd love to do that. But no, as soon as some fucking Acadian comes here and they sees what you're doing, they have to touch it. They have to put their 2 cents into it. you know, and they have to go fuck it up, you know, because these people are depraved. It's like playing Dark Souls. Every motherfucker you look around is depraved, you know. They all want to steal your humanity and your souls, you know. They're all depraved, mindless sacks of shit. That's what they are. Stupid motherfuckers. Waste of fucking time. And like I was saying the other time, last night or the other video, about I can do this and I can do that and that I can't focus on doing one thing, that's a lie. I can do this and I can do that, and I enjoy being able to do all of these things. The reason why I say that I can't focus on one thing is because when I talk to an Acadian or one of these white trash out here, they're always trying to put you inside of a box. You know, and that's why they're trying to cut your freedom off from doing this and doing that. They see you doing this, they think that's the only thing you could do in your life. You know? Or they see you doing that, they think that's the only thing you could do in your life. They don't know that I can do this, 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 and they don't have to know it. You know? And that's the point where they trespass and they transgress. You know? They have to go and ruin other people's lives in order to justify their own existence. I can't stand it. And this is how Canada is running. These are the people that voted for Justin Trudeau. You know? This is the government then. And this is why I think that it was a mistake for me to live in this fucking country. You know? I should have gone to a different country that would appreciate somebody with my skills like this. You know? If I'd probably gone to South America, I'd definitely be able to do these things and actually have a really nice looking wife and some children and be living in a nice house that I built myself. But instead here I'm living with white trash. You know, they can't wipe their own assholes, but they're always up somebody else's. You know? Bunch of fucking losers. What a fucking miserable place to live in.